Guys, it's Aussie Boy Crypto here, back for another video. In today's video, I want to talk about Solana and the Sol token, as well as my thoughts and price prediction for the future. So Solana is currently sitting at $135 with a market cap of around 40 billion, seeing a 5% decrease in the last 24 hours. If we have a look at the all-time charts, we can see that Solana hit highs of nearly $200 just a few weeks ago, and then we've seen a regression back down slightly. But I just want to first go into what Solana actually is. So Solana protocol is designed to facilitate decentralized app or DApp creation, and it aims to improve the scalability by introducing a proof of history consensus combined with underlying proof of stake consensus of the blockchain. So Solana is essentially its own blockchain, much like Ethereum, and much like many other blockchains out there. But Solana has a few notable different points that are making it stand out from the competition right now. First of all, I want to get into Solana and Ethereum. So every Ethereum NFT can now be on Solana with a wormhole new Eth Bridge. So this is huge. This is really, really huge, guys. NFTs are a booming space right now. They're going to be very big in the future. And the fact that you can transfer NFTs with this Eth Bridge, so this means you can have a bridge between the Ethereum and Solana blockchain. This is really, really important because it provides a bidirectional highway for more than 6.68 million NFTs that have ever been sold on Ethereum to move cross-chain to Sol and bring SPL assets. So this wormhole will connect disparate communities of artists, musicians, etc., etc. This means that people are going to be able to mint NFTs. They're going to be able to sell NFTs with Sol's low cost of transaction and not have to deal with Ethereum gas fees, because we all know that Ethereum gas fees are really, really expensive. They can cost up to $500 on transactions, which is just insane. Next, I want to get into is the Solana ecosystem. So one of the reasons why Solana is doing really well recently and why it's going to do well in the future is because of its ecosystem. This is some of the top coins that are on Solana or using Solana. First of all, we got Serum, we got Audius. Audius is similar to Spotify. It is an audio sharing platform, but it's built on the Solana blockchain. And there are many other projects that are doing really well because they're built on Solana. There's a lot of projects that have been progressing at a really rapid rate because of the attraction to Solana, but that also means that these projects will die down a little bit once the hype for Solana dies down. As we can see, all the charts are pretty similar for Solana. That's because of Bitcoin as well. But I think that Solana is going to be really huge in the future. And one of the main things I want to get into is Solana and comparing it to other blockchains, because obviously Solana is its own blockchain, but what makes it stand out and what makes it better from the rest? First of all, this is in comparison with Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polkadot, Cardano, and Tron. We can see that Solana has 65,000 transactions per second compared to its closest competitors of Polkadot and Tron in that sector. Solana versus Ethereum, Solana has a lot more transactions per second. And then we can go into transaction fees. Obviously, Ethereum has an average transaction fee of $15, which is pretty expensive comparing to Solana's 0.0015 USD. And then the closest being Tron, which actually has a free transaction fee, which is really, really, really cool. And we go into transaction latency. This is how long it takes. Solana has 0.4 seconds, and the closest competitor is Tron with 3 seconds. So this is just showing that Solana is really ahead of the game. Number of validators, Solana has 702, but this is where Ethereum starts to turn the screw a little. Ethereum has more reach. It's sort of the McDonald's of the crypto space. It's been around for the longest time. It has the longest reach in terms of apps built on Ethereum, and people use Ethereum because they know it's a secure network to use. And it has 11,000 validators, and then total transaction. Solana actually has 15 billion transactions compared to Ethereum's 1.07 billion. Now that is really, really important to notice, especially because Solana's only been around for a couple of years. This total transactions show that people are starting to realize Solana's potential. But let me get into some price estimates. Obviously, we all want to know the price of the future for a crypto, but the most important thing you have to realize is demand and price will grow with utility. They come hand in hand, and that's why Solana has just seen this huge run up. If I was good to give some estimates, reaching a high of $200 in the matter of a couple of weeks is really insane. Even on the low in July, we hit just around about $22 here, nearly $20 on the 20th of July, and we did a run up of nearly 10x if you sold at the peak. Obviously, it's quite hard selling at the peak, but this is just really insane. There's been a lot of hype going around with Solana, but will this hype die down? And I think for the short term, yes. We've seen it before, we've seen it again. If we have a look at the 1 year scale, we can see we saw a hype in Solana. It didn't actually take off that insane, but eventually hype dies down, guys. There's going to be a lot of investors who, invest in a crypto because it is the top trending, it is the top gainer. That's what Solana has been for the last couple of weeks. But where is a good place to, buy Solana? Well, I think a good spot to buy Solana is near the $100 range, because $100 range will put it in a market cap of around about 30 billion. And if we have a look at some comparisons to other market caps, a $30 billion market cap will put it somewhere between 8th and 9th. And I think a $30 billion market cap provides the platform for Solana to take off in the future. If you're buying at the $30 billion market cap, that means reaching Ethereum's market cap is over a 10x. Obviously, it's going to take a lot for Solana to do that, but I think if with the right partnerships and with the right future, Solana can certainly do it. But for the short term, I think that Solana is going to stay at around about the $140 mark until we see some price action with Bitcoin. And once we break 45K with Bitcoin, we could see Solana push near $170 again, and then potentially reaching all-time highs if NFT demand and Solana demand, comes very quickly. But that's just a quick video on Solana. If you want to check out any other cryptos, let me know down below. This has been your boy, Aussie Boy Crypto. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace.